Hi, I'm Letty, and I'm with the County of Riverside Department of Public Health.
And I'm Michelle, and I'm also from the County of Riverside Department of Public Health.
I'm Chef Ryan Douglas with Riverside Unified School District.
Hi, my name is Esther. I work with Riverside County Department of Public Health. And today we're going to be talking about how we can prepare meals with foods that we already have on hand. And also we're going to give you some ideas on how to do smart shopping. So Chef, I was going to ask you, do you usually make a list before you go shopping for your items that you need?
Making a list is critical. That way my wife doesn't kill me when I don't come home with the stuff that she wants. No, what I do is I do make a list because it keeps me on track and makes me be able, sometimes I have a particular amount of money that I have in my budget. So I'll make my list, and I usually generally break it down: breakfast items, lunch items, cleaning items, dinner items, fruits, vegetables, and snacks. And then generally, depending on how much money we have, I will put down that I'm not going to pay any more than this for this particular item. That way I can kind of budget and keep control, or what they call cost it out. Right. I don't want a particular thing like chicken breast. I'm not going to pay more than $7 or something for whatever amount that I need, or $8, or I'm not going to pay more than this much, you know. So I have a list. Now, depending on what the sales are and what they have, those prices do fluctuate, you know, in the stores and stuff, but that's how I keep track.
Very good.
So you can save some money too, right? That way you don't buy items that you already have at home. Let's say you have 10 cans of tomato paste that you know that you're not going to use, so you can save some money, right?
Right.
Yeah. I know a friend of mine, she has to go to the grocery store a couple times a week because she forgets what she needs to buy. And then when she gets home, she realizes that she doesn't have the items to prepare her meal. Then she has to go back to the store. So then she's spending time, she's spending extra money on gas back and forth. So that could be avoided if we can make a list. So those are some of the benefits of making a list ahead of time, and so that is very beneficial.
A lot of times I even look in the in my refrigerator to see what leftovers I have, and if I can use whatever, if I had some leftover chicken and I can chop that up to put into something, then I'll I'll make my list according to what I have in the refrigerator.
Right. I usually kind of just plan a day. Okay, this is the day I'm going grocery shopping. Me, I like to go grocery shopping very, very early in the morning. A lot of times they're stocking shelves and stuff like that, and they're bringing out the stuff. I see the fresh items. They've pulled out all that old stuff. They're restocking. I get there before everybody else gets there. So sometimes that's real early. And
there's no lines.
There's no lines. So I can take my time and go through what it is I want to get and things like that. But it helps me a lot when I break my list down according to what it is, like I said, breakfast or lunch or whatever it is, you know, cleaning supplies, toilet paper, whatever it is that I need to get, you know, I'll break it down and then I'll say I'm not going to pay no more than this.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Audience, raise your hand if anybody here usually makes a list before going shopping. Oh, that's great. And those of you guys that don't, is there any reason why, or you didn't think about it, or do you have a good memory, you don't need to write it down?
I have to write it down.
Yeah. Yes, I always forget. If I think that I can remember, and then I get there and I go, oh, no, what was that?
And I'm guilty. I don't make a list, and I think I was the friend you were referring to, because I definitely have to take a couple trips to the grocery store, and now that you're saying that, it definitely will save time and, of course, maybe money. I would definitely look into that.
Me, I don't like going to the grocery store. I for some reason.
Your wife?
Huh? No,
your wife?
I go, but when she sends me, make sure I come back with what she asked for. So I make sure that I spend a particular time. This is when I'm going, because I don't like the back and forth thing, you know. So
yeah, I do find too, to try to stay on my budget. I'm not sure about bringing my kids with me.
Yeah.
You know how they want to find some things that they like. And
there's another thing that I found that I ended up doing. If I go to the grocery store and I'm hungry, I spend a whole lot more money, because I'm like, yeah, I want this and I'm getting this. So try to eat a little something, or, you know, a snack or something. Don't go in hungry, because trust me, you'll spend $30 more than you needed to, you know. So.
Yeah. Right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about how to be a smart shopper. Can anyone tell me ways that they save when they go grocery shopping?
Check the weekly store ads and buy the store brands.
Very good. Very good. And with the ads, sometimes if the grocery store you go to has a smart, like a card, that gives you a little bit more money off, and you'll see that on the shelves. Oh, you get, if you have the card, you get 10 cents off of this or that. So good.
Great.
Anybody else?
Well, Chef Ryan, you mentioned don't shop hungry. I think not only do you spend more money if you're hungry because you're like, oh, that looks really good and that looks really good, but it's also bad on your diet because you're tempted to buy things that maybe you're certainly not there for.
Oh, yeah.
And they have them right there in your face. And right there at the checkout. Exactly. So now you're saving too much money and you're hurting your waistline.
Thank you.
And sometimes even shopping with coupons can help. And also, if we can look at the unit price. I don't know how many of you look at the unit price, but I want to go over that with you. I know a lot of people don't. I've talked to a lot of people and they say, unit price? Oh, is that what that is? That little, number? They always wondered what that meant. So if we could go over that, what we have here is a picture of a large 32-ounce yogurt and versus a 6-ounce yogurt. So if you were to buy the large one, it's $2.99. Which would make it 9.3 cents per ounce. Where if you buy the small one, it's 6 ounces, and that is 14.2 cents per ounce. So which one would be the better value? The large one. Now that is if you think that you're going to eat that big, 32 ounce. Hopefully if you have, a few people in your family, a little bit every day, that you could end up finishing that off without any problem. I know some, if it's just two of you in your family, sometimes that can be a little difficult, and you don't want to go ahead and you don't want to waste it. You don't want to buy that one because you're going to lose out on money that way. And then we've got a block of cheese versus shredded cheese. Now the block of cheese is 16 ounces versus the shredded cheese is 8 ounces. So that's half the size, but it is a little more convenient to have the shredded one. But when we look at price, it's $4.59 for that block of cheese versus $2.89 for the half 8 ounce. And you look at the unit price, it's 28.7 cents per ounce on the block cheese versus 36.1 cents per ounce. So which is the better value? The block of cheese. It's also bigger, and cheese does last quite a long time. So, I would definitely recommend that if you think you'll go through it within a good couple weeks. Yeah, you're welcome. So can anyone tell me ways that they shop smart and healthy?
Shop at the farmers markets.
Oh, very good. Yes, farmers markets are so great to shop at. What kinds of, let's see, you can get any kind of fruits or vegetable there, and of the ones, of course, in season. And they also, did you know that they sell plants? Sometimes like a vegetable plant, maybe some herbs, and also seeds. You can buy seeds even at the grocery store. And that you could plant yourself, and if you even live in like an apartment complex or something, you can just put it on your, like a windowsill for the sun to get to it. So that is one good thing, because I know when I go to the grocery store, one time I bought a basil plant and it was $2.99 for the actual plant itself, which was not a bad price. And then when I went back, I thought, I want to check to see what the price of just a little sprig of it was. It was $2.99. Wow. I thought, that's just crazy. So I bought the plant, planted it, and it lasted me all season, all summer. And I just kept plucking from that one plant, so it was really nice.
And when you're cooking with fresh herbs, it gives almost a completely different flavor profile to it than versus dried herbs. Although dried herbs are good, but I find because I grow my own herbs and stuff like that also, and basil, tarragon, rosemary, all those types of herbs will save you a lot of money, and you'll see the difference, the quality difference in your food. The taste will be completely different. It'll be like from here to here.
Did you know you can use your CalFresh dollars to buy seeds, herbs? You can actually buy the plant to grow your own fruits and vegetables. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any ways that they shop smart? I did see another hand raised back there.
I generally try to make a point to skip the aisles that I do not need.
Very good. Yeah. We know that there's those cookie and chip and aisles like that, sodas that we want to steer clear of when we can.
Right.
Yeah, that would be better because you're spending a lot of your CalFresh dollars on that kind of thing, where we could be a lot healthier. So very good. Also, buying family packs. Does anybody ever buy any family packs of like chicken, something like that? Yeah, so that way you can portion it out. If you know you're not going to use the whole package, go ahead and portion out. Maybe if you're going to use 3 chicken breasts or something, and then take the other 3 and put them in a bag. Either save them for later that week or throw them in the freezer, so you can use those later.
Right.
Yeah, very good. Any other suggestions that you guys have for shopping smart and healthy?
Well, I was going to ask, does anybody in the audience use coupons? Yes? Okay. So if you do, where would you get them and where can you use them?
Yes. You can get your coupons in the newspaper. Usually like midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, they have coupons, and then Sunday is usually a lot of coupons are in there, and you can see the sales that are coming up. And then now also online, they're getting a lot of coupons that you can get online. So, and you can use them at the store or wherever.
That's a good option if you have a computer, but if you don't, you can go to the public library and maybe print them out. I went to one store one time, and the lady in front of me didn't have her coupon cut out, but for some reason she had it on her phone. I'm like, oh, I don't have one of those phones. So then the cashier just somehow just punched in the numbers or scanned it somehow, and she got the discount. So that's always another option. Mm-hmm.
Well, my friends and I trade coupons with one another. Yeah.
Like in the newspaper, I get all these coupons, and I look through them, and I think, oh, I'm not going to use this or that. But yeah, if I have a friend that needs them, then you just trade them, and obviously the ones that they're using, you may use. So, great. Good idea.
Right, and with coupon clipping, it's a good idea, especially if you're, if you're buying things that you use on a regular basis. But sometimes too, it can be kind of tricky because you may have a few more coupons, and a lot of the times when you tend to buy items that you don't necessarily, are going to use right away, it could expire. So that's always something that kind of take into consideration. Use it if you know you're going to use it. Okay, I have a little handout here, and it talks about be a smart shopper while using coupons. And I just wanted to give you an idea. So for example, this is a brand cereal. It's Crunchy O's, that is $4.59, and you have a $1 off coupon there. And here you have the store brand, which is the same, cereal in a sense. So when we look at that, sometimes we think, oh, we have a coupon, it's a good deal, I'm going to buy this. But in reality, when we look at the prices, you may end up knowing that you are going to save more if you buy the store brand. Okay. And as far as this other example here with the fancy Hawaiian pineapple, yeah, there is a coupon where you can save 50 cents. It's for $1.39. And then when you look at this one, it's 99 cents. So then we realize that, maybe this is a better buy. Okay.
I know my mom used to be a big coupon clipper, and she was one of those ones that bought a little too much. So she'd have, several coupons for ketchup, and boy, I'd go to her house, and she would have bottle upon bottle upon bottle of coupons, or toilet paper.
Just thank you for this and thank you for that. That's a smart shopper.
I know. But sometimes I looked at the expiration date on it, and I go, oh yeah, this is probably not good anymore. I don't mind a year or so, but I don't know if there's a limit to when that
There is a limit.
I'm sure there is. So,
Okay.
great.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our presentation for grocery store shopping and saving money, as well as going to your local farmer's market and buying your fresh fruits and vegetables. And we also touched on buying herbs, even plants and seeds. And just remember, with everything we mentioned today, the fresh fruits and vegetables, the seeds and herbs, you can use with your CalFresh dollars.
And it's very easy to incorporate, again, the fruits and vegetables, the plants, the seeds, the herbs and spices in your recipes. And again, it will change the profile of your recipes. So with that being said, I hope you all stay CalFresh, and thank you very much.
Thank you.